Right, okay. Hopefully this is working again. Basically, I just, after finishing that last live stream, I wanted to do another live stream almost straight away because I've actually progressed the track. After I finished doing that live stream, I carried on and progressed the track a little bit more. And so I just wanted to show you where I'm at now with that. I've done a fair bit of editing to it, so it probably looks completely different now. Right, so I've basically grouped the drums together. So the kick, the hats, clap, and the ride. I grouped them all into a group called, I will rename that, call that drums. And something I like to do is put a bit of saturation on there. The bit warmer preset is pretty good, and a little bit of compression as well, just to sort of glue everything together. In fact, talking of glue compression, I should probably use a glue compressor on there. Let's have a look. Glue compressor, let's put that on there. I'll just turn it off for the minute. We'll just see what that sounds like in a second. So yeah, I've basically put all these different clips out in here, and it's not exactly like how the track would progress live, but almost. So what I do is I set out a lot of clips like this, and then hit the record button and play through each scene, and obviously that then records into the, I think they call this the session view, or sort of like the timeline view. And so this is basically what I've ended up with. So I recorded everything. I've edited things a little bit. I've added, sort of chopped things and tidied everything up a little bit. But not a huge amount. So what I'll do is I'll just play that through, and you can listen to the whole thing and see what the arrangement of that is like. much it. There's nothing else that really changes in there a huge amount. What I have added is this stab synth, which I should really rename that as stab synth. And that I basically got from, I opened up Reason, and I loaded this Growling Dirt sequence, which is just like it's just a synth pretty much, like a rhythmic synth. So I will just put that one in. You can hear that. I mean, that's what it normally sounds like. I'll just turn the EQ off so you can hear the whole thing. I'll turn all of this effects chain on here off so you can hear what it normally sounds like. It's pretty cool, but I just thought I'd just use like a small bit of that, so just recorded in me playing some stabs into that. So yeah, that's what that sounds like. So if I just put that to auto and take that off, yeah, so that on it's by itself now sounds like, yeah, just sort of like almost like white noisy sort of stabs. What else do we need? Yeah, I was thinking about possibly putting in like I know it sounds really cheesy, but like some sort of like snare fill and possibly like a crash cymbal as like a build up to the main drop. I know it's really it is really cheesy, and I know that it's been done so many times, but sometimes it just, I don't know, sometimes it just adds to the whole effect of a track. So maybe I'll just build that in here. But something I definitely do need to do in this track is I need to sort out the acid line, because it comes in super harsh just here. It just cuts straight in. There's no like smoothness to that at all. There's nothing, it's not being blended in at all, and I think that's quite a harsh transition. So something you can do for that is like either put a riser or something before that kicks in, or just slowly sort of blend it in. So maybe we'll slowly bend it in from the start. Okay, so I'll bring that sample right to the beginning. Now what I'll do on that is I will put in a auto filter, which is just a really basic filter. It can do some pretty cool stuff, but I'm just literally going to use it as a low pass filter. So I'll automate the frequency of that. So let's just see what it sounds like. I mean, you can barely hear it there. So maybe that'll be a good place to start the automation from. So if I click on show automation, and then I can put a point in down here, and I can bring it, oops, click off of that so I can just select that single point. Oop, done it again. So I just want to make sure that that's right in by the time that in fact, I've got that wrong. I want that to come in on bar 33. So I want that around there. And let's see what that sounds like. I mean, it sounds alright, but it could probably... that could slowly fade in over the whole first part of the track, so maybe if I even brought it in right up to That sounds alright to me. Cool. So yeah, basically this is now obviously like in the sort of arrangement stage of the track. I'll just be doing little adding little things to it, and in fact I need to put another filter in here. In fact, I don't know if I'm even going to have that acid line in there. Something that I picked up a long time ago was told that you should try to finish your tracks sounding different from the beginning of the track, sounding slightly different. So maybe, you know, take some elements out and put other ones in. So obviously I've got that 303 acid line here, and then I've got the stabby sample here to finish the track. Also, with regards to arrangement, I mean, there's lots of different things you can do. You can listening to other people's tracks. Really, I think that's a really useful thing to do to find out arrangement. But then also, you know, that contrasts with making your own arrangement. Just doing what you think sounds right. At the end of the day, I don't think there's anything wrong or right about the way you build a track. Sorry, or how you lay out a track. As long as it sort of flows well, then that should do. So let's go and have a look. Let's have a look at what else we can do to this. So let's go back to the drums, because drums are, well, techno is basically just drums, pretty much. Short, stabby sounds, lots and lots of drums. So, and not too much melody either. So yeah, let's have a look at this. I can't remember what I was going to say I was going to do to this now. Oh, that was it. I was going to maybe make some sort of fill, like a snare fill. So if I put this loop onto the breakdown here. Oh, of course, I managed to sort out those hats. At least record a sequence that I thought sounded okay. Might be nice on the drop for those hats to come back in as well. See what that sounds like. I like it when everything all comes in at once. So, like bringing in hi-hats, or yeah, just a really nice like hi-hat pattern coming in with the kick, and simultaneously with the kick and obviously the bass on a drop is just sounds really good. I think that might be too much. Too quickly there as well. Anyway, let's go back to this breakdown, and I'll stop faffing around with the arrangement here. Let's get to the breakdown. So I'll turn my TRAS back on. I had turned it off because I thought I was done with it. Let's make another audio track to record let's record some snares into there, and hopefully they'll sound all right. So kit. Let's make sure we have got the 909 kit going on there. Also, I've also plugged my microphone straight into my computer, so I'm hoping that there's not too much crackle going on with it now. I think I've got a USB hub and I've got 2 hard drives plugged into that, and I think that there was possibly some like crackle or interference from the hard drives. I'm not sure. Yeah, I have no idea. Right. Oh, great! I've got one person watching. I don't know if that's you, Tom, but I will bounce out. Yeah, I'm going to bounce out all the audio from this track and send it to you, mate. Yeah. So once I'm done with that, once I've stopped live streaming, I promise I will do that for you. Right. Okay. So let's make this. Let's make this into a snare. So external input, channels 9 and 10. Okay. So if I put a kick drum in with that as well from the drum machine, just so that I know what it sounds like with a kick drum in it. Oh, right, let's clear the pattern. Okay. Probably do that. Let's just solo that again, and I will hit record. Let's get a nice drum fill going on. Cool. Right. Let's try that. So if I now drag that over into the this group here, into this drum group, and then I can place this here. This might be really loud or might sound really bad, but let's I need to make sure that that first hit is on the first part of the bar. Okay. Let's try that again. just drag and drop that back in there. Yeah, let's just edit that properly. Just add in a few warp markers there just to make sure the whole thing's like perfectly in time. Yeah, it's pretty much there. It's pretty much bang on now. And I will change that from being a loop just to like a one shot as well. Okay, let's try that. Sound right for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on there. Sounds like a weird sort of like drum roll going on. Maybe if I just can get rid of that. I'm actually going to record that in again because I'm just not really happy with that. So let's go back to the snare input from it's an external input, channels 9 and 10. Okay. Right, let's try that. Okay, that should be the start of that. hopefully that's going to work. Let's put another auto filter on there, and we can modulate that cutoff frequency again. So that sounds like. Delay on that as well, just so that when you get to the end of the when you get to the end of the build up, it just rolls off nicely. Cool, yeah, that sounds reasonable. Doesn't sound too bad. Maybe I'll put the feedback a bit. So it'd be nice to have like a bit more of an impact when that kicks in. So I'm just gonna see if I can. I'm just gonna blend out the 303 there. Sorry, yeah, I'm just gonna fade that out. Sorry, blend it out. Just gonna fade it out, just so that when it comes back in, it's got more of an impact. Yeah, not so sure about that. Let's just leave that as it is. But I have like knocked these ones back as well. That stabby synth I added, I've taken a bar of that out, and also that atmospheric pad that we've got going. Sorry, the atmospheric noise that I added as well, I've taken that back by a bar as well. So. Yeah, let's just have a quick look and see if there's anybody else actually watching this. Nope. That's fine by me. That's absolutely fine by me. I'm sure I will gather followers slowly but surely over the next well, I don't know, it doesn't matter, does it? Okay, so let's just see what else we can do, or see what else we need to edit in this. I really like having a reverse sound, some maybe reverse snares or something, that just little transitions and things that you can add to keep interest in the track. I do like a reverse cymbal. I think they sound pretty cool. But yeah, let's have a little look. Something else is obviously that you can do as well, just to increase the impact of when new elements come in, things change, is to drop out the kick drum or drop out the kick in the bass. So it might be quite nice to do that actually in the first part of the track. So well, somehow that's changed. So I need to move that down. when the 16th hats come in to give that more of like an impact. So if I select, I didn't want to do that. Right, if I select kick here and then go to edit and split, that would have split that kick drum there. So maybe I'll just take 2 kick drums out of there. It sounds alright, but doesn't give a huge. Just leave one out, and I might actually just knock the hats back a little bit. Try that. Yeah, that sounds a bit better. I think even the bass could come out for just like 1 beat or something. So click on there, go edit, split. Oops. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Let me try it. So this is really the part of the process that I absolutely detest. It's and that's doing all of the all these little fiddly bits of editing, making sure that everything comes in at the right time, making sure there's loads of like little transitions and things. I would have said that this really isn't my strong point. This part of music production. I quite like making, I really like the sort of creative side of things. I really like the coming up with synths and sort of putting things together. It's this part of the editing that I really don't like. So maybe I need to practice a little more. That could do with taking the kicks out of there as well, and yeah, and let's slice that bass up as well. Okay. Right. Okay. automation doesn't seem to be working, but maybe I'll try again. Let's see. Might be doing something wrong there. I can't see that fading out at all. Okay, I'll just quickly show you. Oh no, I've shown you that already. That's the stab synth. Yeah, I just wanted to show you basically what was going on with the effects on that. What I was talking about earlier about cutting sort of the low end off of synths and things just so that they don't interfere with the bass line or the kick. That's what I've done here on the EQ8. I've high passed that around 390, and then I've taken off the top end as well because yeah, basically like a lot of sound in the top end is just sort of wasted energy. So and it's pretty ear piercing as well above sort of 10,000. Yeah, it's sort of 10,000 hertz. Some of that can be pretty gnarly up there. So I just moved that. Whoops. Change that. Right, and then out of that I've got that going into a ping pong filter. No, sorry, ping pong delay. That's what it sounds like normally without the ping pong. There's a ping pong delay on it. I've got a small room like reverb just to. That's it without the reverb on it, but I just wanted to like push it back into the mix a bit. So it does spread things out as well. It makes things like bigger and wider. It spreads it across the spectrum. But if you listen to that, you can hear it like on both sides. It's quite clean, and then that just sort of like spreads it a little bit more. And then I've got a compressor in there actually, which I forgot to turn back on earlier. That makes things really, really loud. Okay. So I was wondering what was going on earlier. I wondered why I couldn't hear that sound, so I turned it up a little bit. Now I'm going to have to go back in and edit it and turn it down. Let's go back to the drum. Yeah, that's really loud, isn't it? It's too loud. Like that. Okay, let's go back to the drum. Let's see. 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 Okay, so it sounded pretty cool. I reckon that I could probably put some sort of like risers or something in there. So I will quickly do that. I just drink a bit of my tea before it goes cold. So yeah, let's go over to. Let's just use a sample for that. Maybe we've got like a nice big snare or something that I can reverse and then use as like a riser. No, the Amsterdam Techno one does not have very good snares. This Thomas Penton Essential series is quite good. There's a lot of like, there's just loads and loads of processed drums and things in there. Lots of various different types of drums and percussion and things, and yeah, I find them quite useful. So they do need quite a lot of like EQing and stuff, but then obviously that depends what you're making. So what exactly you want from each sample. Right, so let's go into the snares. It's just there's just an abundance of snares. I mean, like, look at this pack, it's got 287 odd snares in it, so I'm sure we'll be able to find something that I can reverse. Something with a nice long tail on it, really. That's not too bad. It's got it's quite white noisy. Yeah, maybe I'll use that. Let's just try that. See what that sounds like. So if I just drop that onto a new channel, it's an absolutely tiny sample. Let's go into that and we'll click on this button here, which reverses it. And let's put it there. Now, something that I really like to do here when working on drops is yeah, I just basically like to get a loop, use the loop function, just so I can basically keep hearing that drop. Making sure it sounds right. That's pretty cool, but it's pretty loud as well. Okay. Pretty sudden as well. I could probably actually stretch that sample out so that it's like not as, yeah, it's not as sudden as that. So if I nope, I don't want to do that. Just want to warp it. That's what I want to do. So if I make the length of that, I want it to be 1 bar. I think. Or possibly half a bar. Yeah, half a bar. That's what I want it to be. Right. So if I then go and put a warp marker at the end of the plane, mark out the way. I put a warp marker here. Should be able to stretch that now. There we go. I don't know how long that is actually. That's like, okay. Doesn't really need to be a loop either. There we go. Maybe those snares don't need to go right. I'm not not actually convinced that that sounds okay. So I'm just going to drop that in again. Reverse it. I'm just going to literally use that by itself. I'll run that over because I need to end that last snare to hit. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. I'm just going to put an EQ on that. I'll take the bottom 250 Hertz off of that. A bit of tail on it. So maybe I don't need, on the snare, maybe I don't need this ping pong delay. I'll just try that. Right, cool. Let's listen to this part of it. Breakdown and the first drop. Well, the main breakdown drop. Reasonably decent. I might steal that snare for just copy that. I might steal that for the beginning of the track as well, for that little break just down here. I'm an absolute sucker for doing this. Using the same samples throughout. Sounds a bit weird. It doesn't need any reverb on it. As far as that arrangement goes, I mean, I could probably put something else in there. What I was talking about earlier was polyrhythms, and I haven't really got anything in there that is polyrhythmic, so it would be quite cool to put something else in that is polyrhythmic. Maybe I could make something in Reason in one of the synths in there, some sort of like zappy polyrhythm. So let's play that. Let's go into Reason and have a quick play in there. I think what I'm going to do is just loop a section of this. Quite possibly the start, yeah. I'll just loop that, and then I can make some sort of polyrhythmic thing going on in here. So I basically just use a pattern sequencer for this because it just makes life so much easier. Steps. Okay, so my computer doesn't like that. Too much going on, too many things happening at once. I wonder if I can solo that. Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do. Right, let's go to okay, that's cool, but maybe detune it a bit, make it sound a bit, I don't know, a bit more techno-y, maybe a bit of distortion. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, let's try recording some of that into Ableton. So if I click on record here. Sorry if that's crackling at all. Quite cool to like really detune this. That's better. It's probably that reverb that's doing. Okay. So we've got a section here of weird polyrhythmic synths. Let's put that into here. To the arrange view and see what that sounds like. Nothing at the moment. Let's turn that off. No input. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, so I'm not that happy with that, but maybe, I don't know. I don't think it sounds that great. Let's just go back to reason. Let's maybe try a different. Cool, I like that. Right, I might have to record that in for the whole thing and then bring that in and out. So what I'll do is I'll go back into the arrange view. I'm just going to take the acid line out because it's actually really annoying for the minute. Yeah, I've got this one on, so let's try that. Right, okay, so apologies for all of that crazy crackling that was going on. I was just asking probably too much of my computer. But that's cool. We've got that recorded now, that full knob twiddling exercise that I just carried out. And so, yeah, so let's turn that off and maybe we can listen back to that and it should actually sound okay. It shouldn't be too demanding because I'm working purely in audio again. So, I mean, I think that sounds pretty cool. You can see up here. Ooh. Right, sound. So, yeah, that's about as far as I'm going to go, I think, with that today. You can see that, though, I've literally gone from having like a 303 line in there, which was okay. You know, it got the track sort of started, but I've actually now just turned that off completely, and I'm using just another synth, really. So what I will now do is I'm going to save this. Okay, save the live set. I'm going to save this and then I'm going to bounce it out. Let's save it to the desktop. Okay, so yeah, that was what I was going to call it. The beauty of distraction, because I am always distracted. Let's save that onto my desktop. Okay. So yeah, just basically I'm going to save that, and now I'm going to bounce that out to a WAV file, and then I'll probably listen back to that and see what it sounds like. And I will also obviously send Tom the stems for this track. So yeah, I'll get on and do that now for you, mate. Cool. I think that's about it. thank you for watching. Yeah, I will be doing more of these in the future, I think, because I can then go back and look at my process. So yeah, what I'll also do here as well, I'll save this instance of reason as long as my computer decides to allow me to do that. I will save that. I'll save that in here as well, so that I've got a copy of the synths that I've used in that project from Reason as well. So save that in there. Okay. All right, that's it.